the new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith!
It's match start.
5-star performance.
Ball for big fish.
It's
Jeff Drayton!
You'd expect to come back for 3 more, unless Sakansky can find double 60 for the 140. My word, that's a Hail Mary shot from the pole. Triple 17 for the bull. Bull to level up. Bull to level up. Superb response from Matt Denon. He's around the treble 19 with dart 2 for the Shanghai on 19s. Oh, wonderful. This really is becoming a treat, isn't it? For a 4-1 win. And a 4-1 win it is. It was a commanding display. And to win on his Super Series debut. Double top to do exactly that. And it is a win on debut. Friday night under the lights here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Have come the end of play this evening. We'll see who's going to join the history maker Derek Coulson, the bang-in form Harry Ward, and the delightful debutant Oliver Mitchell into the Super Series 6. We really are moving at pace here in this week 7. We expected fireworks, and fireworks have duly been delivered. So far, we've seen Derek Coulson win all the games in Group A, the first ever player to achieve that feat. We've seen Harry Ward, a recent Pro Tour semi-finalist, go to the world to get out of Group C. And tonight, we've got a Group B where anything can possibly happen. From top to toe, every single player is in play. Nobody's through, nobody's safe, nobody's out. We've got all the drama to come, and it's all going to be watched in the company of primetime Matthew Edgar on this Friday evening. And look, anything is possible in this Group B tonight. You've got Danny Ayres and Jensen Walker. Yes, they're at the top on 6 points, but that's by no means safe.
Job's not even half done yet, really, is it, in regards to this table? We've seen people qualify when they've had 0 points before. Everybody picked up at least a win last night. You mentioned it, no one's out. This is all to play for tonight.
Well, let's get back to this afternoon's action, because Group C came to its culmination and Oliver Mitchell won all 5 of his games on Friday. We saw glimpses on Thursday. Did we see a little bit more today from him?
More consistency, yes. We certainly saw the standard that he's capable of, and we know the standard he's capable of. He's had a Pro Tour call-up this year, reached the last 16. He's doing well on the Challenge Tour, won the British Classic last year. He's got quality. You always wonder, though, how someone's going to manage things on debut coming to the Super Series for the first time, especially with very limited stage experience. But he's won the group, topped the table, doing it with 8 wins along the way and a very healthy leg difference. He was exceptional today, and dare I say it, a bit of a dark horse probably going into tomorrow.
Potentially, Harry Ward came through. Stephen Johnston was the player to miss out. And for Harry Ward, he Pro Tour semi-finalist last month, but he was made to sweat it out to make it through. We'll see him tomorrow night. But this evening, Group B comes to its boil. As we mentioned, Danny Ayres and Jensen Walker both at the top of the table. This is how the land lies going into Friday's action. For Jensen, he lost his first game, but responded really well. 3 real solid performances in there.
He was very good last night, wasn't he? The standard of which he produced. It wasn't the fact that he started winning games, it was how he was winning the games. Sometimes you can stumble over the line or get embroiled in a battle. And he started to produce his A game. He started to play with a really nice rhythm, a really good flow. And that's when Jensen Walker produces his best starts, when he plays with pace and he plays with confidence, which isn't always easy to do when you lose that opening game. So full credit to him. He should come in tonight full of confidence. He doesn't have a lot of work to do, but he will have work to do. And ideally, he'll want to get that done very early.
Let's have a look at the odds, because him and Danny Ayres have been set for ball. And just a word on Danny Ayres' night last night, because 4 games, 4 decent performances, won 3 of them. He kind of played exactly what we expected from him, really, didn't he?
He's a man whose career is trending in the right direction, that's certainly for sure. And the results he's picking up and the respect he got coming here to be the favourite to win this group. And he played like so. He was very impressive last night. If he backs that up again tonight, he'll certainly be getting himself through to another Saturday night, and that would be a very tough one to call. It'll be stacked, but he's certainly got the game to pull this off this week, that's for sure, and he demonstrated it last night.
18 plus, gambleaware.org if you're going to have a flutter on the Super Series on this Friday night. Right, let's get into the action, and we kick off with a meeting between Jensen Walker and Matt Dennett for the Interceptor. He lost his first match last night, but responded by winning his last 3, including this one against the Scholar, who finds himself adrift at the bottom of the table, 2 points to his name. But because of the congealated nature of this Group B, everything is to play for on this Friday night. But for Walker, a win here will put him to within a win of qualification through to tomorrow night's final. Let's hear from him now. I caught up with him earlier on tonight. Jensen, it's been a week of ups and downs so far. What would be your overall assessment of the way the first 2 days have gone?
I mean, I think it's gone steady. You know, it's no lie saying my form's been ropey in the last couple of months. Been very up and down. It's a confidence thing now. Obviously, you probably noticed a few snatches here and there over the last couple of days. Just a bit of a confidence thing. Once I get that ironed out, it will be all good. But with 2 days in, 3 more days left, can try and hopefully secure Group B today and go from there. But it's an improvement, and we're going in the right direction. So hopefully by the end of the week, I'll be firing back on all cylinders.
So is it a case of then using this as a little bit of a reset? Obviously, Derek's got such a big cushion at the top of the group. Is it a case of getting yourself into Group B, getting your game into a good place, and then finding a way to really attack the rest of the week?
Yeah, I think that's the aim realistically. Yeah, now get that secured and really go from there. You know, I'm confident. I think my game's still in a good enough place to be able to secure that now. So I'm going to keep trying to push and keep going and hopefully just try and secure what I can. There's been moments of my old self. It's just been a bit ropey. It's all about bringing it together now and making sure we get over the line.
For yourself, is that kind of the next stage of your development? Because we've spoken about a lot of positives over the last few years, but is it dealing with the peaks and troughs? Because everything's not always ever going to be on that one upwards trajectory.
That's what I mean. 6 months ago, I was winning everything in the WDF tour. You know, it's just it was almost like it was everything was perfect. Not quite happening in the same way this year, but so we have to just for me, you've just got to accept it and accept it's going to happen. It's perk of being a 19-year-old dart player, just won't happen all the time. So yeah, it's just about enjoying it and just trying to push yourself through them tough moments. Not that this weekend, this week's been tough so far, because there has been some very positive signs. 6 wins out of 10 not playing your best, I think, is still solid. So we'll take that and move on.
Right, wish you well. Good luck, Jensen.
Thanks very much.
Jensen Walker in conversation as far as his week is concerned. And for him, he is top of Group B going into Friday's action. He takes on Matt Dennett, who had a trying first night of it. It wasn't as if he played poorly, but I suppose when you're involved in a group with the type of players that there are in this Group B, there's always going to be somebody, I suppose, that's going to be caught out as a result. And last night, it was a Scholar. Jensen Walker then, the 19-year-old from Coventry, Series 10 champion here, and looking to make it through to what would be a third Champions Week appearance up against Dennett, the 34-year-old from Warsaw. Only 34, but yet bathed with experience. A former weekly winner, that coming all the way back in Series 5. And we said before the dart was thrown yesterday, he might well be the player that goes under the radar. The one which could sneakily pick up some results. Didn't quite happen on Thursday, but you're hoping for a change of fortunes this evening. Andrew Culling is in charge of the action tonight.
First leg, Jensen to throw first. Game on.
And Jensen Walker's going to get the action underway on this Friday night. Matthew Edgar's with me here in the commentary box
93.
to talk through all 10 matches that we've got over the course of the next 3.5 hours. And for Matt Dennett, simply put, he has
95.
to get off to a positive start tonight.
Yeah, there's no wiggle room, is there? I mean, everyone's still in it, but everyone's got different amounts of opportunity tonight.
177.
Dennett propping up the table at the bottom of things. If he is to lose this, it could get away from him very, very quick with results going against him afterwards. So absolutely,
140.
he'll be eyeing this up as a very important fixture, and one that didn't go well for him yesterday.
89.
Yeah, this game was over in the blink of an eye. Walker running out a 4-0 winner, averaging just a shade over 91 in the contest, finishing nigh on perfect, 4 from 5
125.
on the outer ring.
Jensen
Took out
require
a ton checking in
142.
that game. He's looking for something much bigger here, but he cannot find the treble 14.
134.
So what he is going
Matt,
to
you
do
require
is leave himself on a
141.
double after 12. So this must go, won't go.
101.
It's a bright start for Matty
Jensen
Denham.
require 8.
Leaves himself a double after 12. The problem is he's against the throw, and Jensen Walker's done the same.
Game shot on the first leg. Jensen Walker.
Bright start for both. Both have been dreaming of a start like that at the beginnings.
Second leg, Matt to throw
But
first.
Jensen Walker is
Game
more
on.
of the same, isn't it? And it's been really interesting to hear the thoughts of Jensen Walker, hasn't it, this evening? Because
180.
I'm going to say what I've always used to describe Jensen Walker, and that is an old
137.
wise head on young shoulders. Never lets himself get too carried away with things, does he? He knows there's a lot more work to be done
58.
here. He knows the quality of which he's up against, respects the room. He's up here to produce his best, because that's what he feels he needs tonight, and this is his best.
180.
What a start.
14 data in the first, and maybe we'll get this second leg wrapped up in the space of a dozen darts potentially. Matt Denham himself is
96.
playing some really good stuff, but it's just been surplus to requirements so far amidst the barrage that his opponents put in.
83. Matt, you
Denham would
require
have been thinking,
167.
right, couple of legs in, average 113.5. I should be 2-0 to the good, but if he doesn't take out this 167, he could find himself 2-0 down.
84.
And he's got to hope
Jensen, you
that
require
Jensen
101.
Walker isn't going to find this 101. Otherwise, he is in a world of trouble. Double 12, forward 12.
89.
In a group like this, where
Matt,
the
you require
difference between the
83.
players is so small, that last start for Matty Denham, sloppy, caused him to have to hit the treble, of which he has. Recovered the situation
And
well.
Sean, the
He's
second
recovered the
leg.
situation
Matt Denham.
exceptionally well, in fact. That could have unravelled very quickly.
Third leg,
Instead,
Jensen
he
to
shows
throw
his
first.
class, he
Game
shows
on.
his quality.
Pro Tour standard is what we expected from this group and what we're getting thus far.
100.
That's not Pro Tour standard. That's well above Pro Tour standard. That's world class. That's elite. That's World Championship
96.
final standard. Granted, it's only been for 2 legs, but that's the standard.
Hey, this would be 2/3 of a set in
57.
the World Masters format. Well, the PDC World Masters format.
It's always an interesting one, isn't it? What is the standard of the Pro Tour? Statistically, it's about a
44.
91. Anywhere between a 90.70 and a 91.47, to be precise.
100. $27.
I do think for Jensen as well, I think he's had an opportunity this year for the very first time to kind of have the shackles off a little bit, because when he burst through, he burst
60.
through at the same time as other players, the likes of Luke Little as Eto, were beginning to make it onto the scene. And so there was always that comparison culture, as there seemingly naturally is.
60.
But after a good campaign, not many people, I don't think, been speaking about Jensen as much as they have done the last couple of years. I think he's just
168.
been able to maybe just free roll a little bit more this year than maybe he's had the last couple, because the eyes may not be on him as much as they have been in the past, at least.
129. Jensen, you require 16.
The eyes here are on double 4 now for Jensen Walker.
Aim shot on the third leg.
No
Jensen
problems.
Walker.
Nice switch across the board. Everything going with the throw.
Full flag Matt to throw first. Game on.
He is one of the young breed, isn't he? This group of players that are just bursting through and looking to reduce the average
100.
age of the tour. You know, we've got the likes of Mitchell Lorry, 15 years old, will be going to Q School, no doubt, and will be a hot favourite to pick up a card.
140.
Well, put it this way, the world number 1 in the WDF is not eligible to play the PDC event.
57.
And that's about talking about a certain Kaya Basil as well.
100.
Real quality coming through at the moment. And you're watching one of them right here in Jensen Walker. Player still developing, a player still maturing.
84.
Where will that ceiling be for Jensen? We imagine it would be very high.
70.
Still keeping himself rooted to the ground. Still studying accountancy at university. Very passionate about completing his courses.
140.
Not a bad job, that, is it? A bit of accountancy. Nice little backup plan.
61. Matt, you require 120.
It was a combination finish that got Matty Dennett over the line. The last time he had the
James on
throw,
fourth
and it
leg.
is again.
Matt Dennett.
He needed some quality. He's bringing some
Fifth leg,
quality.
Jensen to throw first.
Both
Game on.
players bringing the stats when it comes to the checkout percentage. Neither giving the other one an in. And if that continues, it'll be 4-3 to Jensen Walker because he's got the darts. Matty Dennett, when he's been throwing first, 15 darts. That's control. Force your opponent into a 12. The problem is, the way Jensen's playing, 15 darts against the throw is not enough.
Well, Jensen Walker threatened to 9 earlier on this week. And yet again, he finds himself 6 perfect in a leg. We saw it threaten a couple of times last night.
Jensen, you require 141.
Can Jensen Walker finally break the perfect threshold? Knows the answer with dart 7.
57.
Overthought it, didn't he? Changed his routine, changed his rhythm, changed his flow, just stopped at the back, tried to compose himself. Sometimes that's not the best thing to do. Sometimes just crack on and play how you are feeling.
99.
Especially for a
Jensen,
player
you
like
require
Jensen, who's been
84.
playing so well when he's just been letting himself go, play with that rhythm and that trust.
Game shot on
Double
the fifth
11.
leg.
And this
Jensen
is
Walker.
heaven. Darting utopia from the pair. 12 darter,
Six leg Matt to
3-2.
throw
Jensen
first.
Walker
Game on.
leads. And the average is just a shade under 106.
Spare a thought for Matty Dennett.
140.
He's coming to tonight and he's coming firing. He's producing the goods. He's not out of this yet. He's only a leg behind.
55.
He's averaging just shy of 100 right now. And he's not getting a look in to get that break.
Well, to get the break in the previous leg, Matt Dennett had to hit a 9.
100. $97. 91.
Well, Dennis left himself on the 170. A really good riposte on throw here because
58.
Jensen on his
Matt,
previous
you require
turn left himself on
170.
349. There's a guarantee of a bit of time and space here. Well, he shouldn't have gone for the bull if he
130.
found the second triple. However, by getting the ball there, he has left himself on tops after 12 to take us all the way.
134.
There's one
Matt,
real
you require
positive, though, for
40.
Matty Dennett. It's the experience at the top of this game. Spent a lot of time in and around the
Game
Pro
shot on
Tour,
the
so he'll be
sixth leg.
very used to
Matt
seeing
Dennett.
the type of performance that Jensen is serving up to him. And he's reacting extremely
from final
well,
leg,
just as
Jensen
you'd
to
expect.
throw
Another
first.
good solid holder throw. 15,
on.
15, 14 darts. He's going to need that again here. You don't see him getting a 6th visit to the board. He might not even
125.
get the 5th.
Well, we said Matt Dennett had to get out the gates flying. He's done exactly that. The only problem is the opponent
100.
has found something more than him.
Well, let's hope this is an indication of what we're going to see this evening, because this is exceptional.
140.
What a way to start the night. I think everyone, other than Matt Dennett, will be loving this right now.
Yeah, because this really does put him in a hole, and it
134.
puts him in a position where he's needing to win games. Now, he plays James Beaton in his next match. James doesn't play till match 3, so he can affect the situation
180.
there. And it looks like that is all he can be able to affect early on tonight, because that Maxi Jensen Walker's third of the game has left himself on 56 after 9.
43. Jensen, you require
It may
56.
have had to have been a 9 for Dennett to get the break.
16.
Both kiss the wire. Don't find a way through, but he has got time to finish the job off.
140.
The Tots will be under some pressure. This to put Jensen Walker on to 8 points.
Jensen, you
We'll put
require
him 6
40.
clear of Sagansky and Den temporarily. And it will put him to within a win of qualification through to tomorrow night's final.
Game
Double
shot,
tennis
and a
there.
match,
And
Jensen
what an
Walker.
opening performance that was from Jensen Walker. The interceptor red hot. A superb performance, a ton-topping performance. As for Matt Dennett, we said he had to get out the gate quick. He did exactly that, but his opponent mustered more. As you can see, both players averaging in excess of a ton, but it's Walker with that average of 102.38 who wins by 4 legs to 1 and moves on to 8 points in the Group B table. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, and what a start we've had to our night here in Group B. Jensen Walker 4, Matt Dennett 3, a game in which both players averaged in excess of a ton. Walker winning with an average of 102.38, 4 of our 11 on the doubles, 418s in there for Jensen as well. Dennett averaging 100.14, 3 from 5 on the outer ring and had a 120 checkout in there. So game 2 sees Danny Ayres, the 37-year-old from Crewe, a former weekly runner. That came on his debut in Series 11. He missed 3 darts to beat Jess Smith. Smith would win that match and win the series title up against Radek Sagansky, the 46-year-old bus driver from Cork. Weekly winner last time out on debut in this competition.
Danny to throw first. Game on.
Well, Danny Ayres is from Crewe, but he's come dressed as if he's about to play for Newcastle United tonight in those black and white stripes.
140.
And he'll be looking to magpie some points this evening to get himself into tomorrow night's final. 4 will be enough. 2 wins will guarantee his passage through. And on the evidence of last night's play, Matthew Edgar, you'd expect him to get those 4 points, wouldn't you?
Well, we've talked all the way through this group and this afternoon and every time we've discussed Group B about how tight it's going to be, how close it's going to be.
81.
May not work out that way. Could be done quite early. Matty Dennett, bottom of the table, 2 points, lost that opening game. Skagansky is the next one in line,
60. Currently
on 2 points. If he loses this game here, there'll already be a 6-point gap between the top 2 and the bottom 2, with James Beaton sandwiched between the pair. He's coming up next against Matt Dennett. This could be done early.
Well, Danny Ayres wins this game. James Beaton's the biggest winner without throwing a dart tonight as Ayres looks at the ball for the 167 to kick the night off.
On the first leg. Danny Ayres.
Start as you mean to go on, Danny.
Second leg, Radek to throw first. Game on.
Well, we promised it. We told you. We gave it the billing.
93.
Doesn't always deliver, does it? Tonight already is.
140.
Tell you what, they are tuned in, aren't they? Not that we're surprised. If anything, we expected it. But sometimes on a night like tonight, you see a little bit of tension maybe lurking around the room. So far, and I get
95.
we're gaming a little bit into game 2 in. But it feels like the absolute opposite's the case.
I think a lot of that comes down to sort of the atmosphere down in the practice room where they're all just very respectful of each other, aren't they? And it's like
58.
No one expects anything. No one expects anything tonight without having to be at their very best. So far, they're all bringing it. Let's hope this continues. There's no reason why it won't.
Well, I spoke to Danny Ayres earlier on tonight, and he said,
Radek, you require 70.
Effectively, this is a champions group. Everybody's done something tangible in this sport. They've all won something in this sport. And Sagansky's just won leg 2 by taking out that combination as clean as a whistle on double 6. The 70 goes. We're back level at 1 apiece. And again, I know we're only 2 legs into this contest, but have a look at them averages.
59.
I think the other thing that makes this just feel so nice this evening is just the pace of the games. Good flow.
140.
Everyone just playing with a nice little bit of rhythm, which does allow everybody to bring out their best game.
140.
Have a little look at how long it takes the player to get to the back of the stage and what the situation is, and it's normally coming up to the delivery of dart 2.
100.
That's a great pace to be playing darts. By the time you settle at the back of the stage, you wait 1 dart, you can start your approach. We see there again, Sagansky settles, 2 darts in the board. That's 98. The ideal pace you want. And everyone's providing that so far this evening.
100. 96. Radek,
well, it's the 167 of Danny Ayres in the previous leg. Sagansky might be forced to take out the 161 here. It's not going to be found, so Ayres looking at 108 to
Danny
his nose in front again at 2-1. He's probably going to have to go because Sagansky's left himself on a double after 12. I think we're going to be saying that a fair bit tonight.
48. Radek, you require 24.
So 2 12s
to
move in front, having trailed by a leg to 0. 15 followed by 13.
Full flag
28
Radek
darts
to
to
throw
turn a
first.
1-0
Game on.
deficit into a 2-1 lead for Radek Zagansky.
That is why this man has a Pro Tour title on his
98.
CV. You don't go through a day like winning a Pro Tour without having to face things like 12 darters and 167 finishers. It just becomes part and parcel of the game.
100.
You're just like, okay, is that what we're doing, is it? Have a bit of this.
137.
Now, there's one or two observers that say that Daniel Ayres looks a little bit like the former Leicester City goalkeeper, Kasper Schmeichel. Who's...
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
81.
Yeah, I like that one.
Well, there goes my question of, do you think you agree with that particular assumption?
I jumped in a bit early, did I?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yes, I agree with that one, Henry, yes.
80.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
You're not going to see it now for the rest of the night, are you?
Now it's been pointed out, no. Like, I like it.
100.
Has he got a nickname yet? He could be the keeper.
Do you get a finder's fee
100.
if you find us keepers? Important passing play here. Radek Zagansky began the night with just 2 points to his name. If he finds his 86, he'll find himself within a leg of doubling the tally. Double top. Now that's
66.
interesting. 82 left. He went for treble 14. Now,
80.
all week he's done everything in his power to leave double 16, including in those suits going for the bullseye. There is so much tungsten in the way of this target.
40. Radek, you require 20. Game shot on a full
that's
flag.
start in hand as well. Danny Ayres had his head down. He was just waiting to hear the referee's call. He won't like what he
Danny
heard.
to throw first.
But he
Game
does
on.
have the advantage of throw with 2 out of the 3 legs. But just going back to that 82, I don't mind it in that situation. Because Danny Ayres on a finish, he's likely to get the
100.
dart or the double. He just played the larger surface areas, didn't he? The bullseye, the smallest area on the board. He just tried to get a better opportunity. But
140.
as someone who plays 16s, you're probably not a big fan of tops anyway. So pros and cons.
40. 40. 140.
140 for Ayres. On throw in this leg. Now, you mentioned it a fair bit about
140.
there being different ways of being 3-1 down. Now, it's not an ideal situation, but Danny Ayres at least is on the better side of it because he only needs to find the one breaker throw to go and win this game from this position.
125.
Oh, what a recovery that was. A wild first start. Could have put him in big trouble unless he hit 2 trebles, and he did.
134. Danny
That-
required 96.
Was an interesting switch. It's worked nicely for him. And now, Zagansky
56.
is thrown for the match.
Radek, you require 47.
Well, this throws a huge curveball into proceedings. Double 16 for the match.
Game
And it
shot,
reels
round the
Danny
match,
Ayres back
Radek
in, but
Zagansky.
importantly, it puts Radek Zagansky back into play. Very much back into play. He moves on to 4 points in the group, level with James Beaton. In fact, because he won it by 4 legs to 1, he leapfrogs James Beaton by way of legs 1. A second consecutive match, one with a ton plus average tonight. 101.1, 4 from 8 on the doubles. A superb game, a superb display from Radek Zagansky. He beats Danny Ayres by 4 legs to 1. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. And before the break, we saw Alex Zagansky with a corker against Danny Ayres by 4 legs to 1. Third game sees James Beaton and Matt Dennant go head-to-head. Matt Dennant's already played on the stage tonight. He's already hit a ton-plus average, but lost out in a last leg decider to Jensen Walker. So he finds himself in a sticky spot as the man from the Midlands. 2 points to his name. But if he can win this game, then he would find himself on 4 points, level with Messrs. Beaton and Zagansky, and it would mean that maybe we'll see the top 2 in Ayres and Walker begin to streak clear, and it might well be a 3-horse fight for the final spot through to Saturday evening's finale. Now, I get that there's only 2 matches so far, Matthew Edgar, admittedly. But the lowest average we have seen from the 4 recorded thus far is 97.96 on Danny Ayres in the previous match.
Well, the standard is everything we sort of expected it to be, didn't we? We thought it'd be high, we thought it'd be quality.
First leg, Matt to throw first. Game on.
And all of the players are showing their class, showing their colours so far this evening. One more player still to join the field, and that is James Beaton. He's had to sit in the back room and sit back and watch what's been going on. That can add pressure. When you see everybody going up on the stage and producing the goods, you can sort of think, I've got to join in. Yeah, I've got to go up there and produce the same sort of level. Good early signs that James Beaton may be doing just that.
Well, I'll tell you what, this start tonight, Matt, really is everything
59.
you ever want.
Top quality, isn't it? And what a time for James Beaton to make his debut. We saw a debutant early on this afternoon qualifying, Oliver Mitchell winning the group. Someone who was trying to get here for a long time. James Beaton exactly the same. Very passionate, very vocal.
140.
Lots of desire to get here to the Super Series, and here he is applying his trade. The building in the arena he wanted to be at, wants to be a regular. Well, we gave the formula yesterday, didn't we? You want to be a regular, the easiest way to do that is win when
56.
you get your opportunity. And he started well yesterday, didn't he, James Beaton? A couple of wins on the board. But plenty of work still
96.
to go. On a
James,
night where the standard's gone up again.
And probably going to have to take out this 170 if tonight's stat is anything to go by. Because the way this evening's gone, you're expecting things like 86 for Matt Dennant
Matt, you require 86.
to be picked apart. Might just be a dart at the bull. The Benjamin Button gets Dennant up and running in this contest. As I say, those mid-range finishes are proving to be crucial so far tonight.
Second leg, James to throw first.
Well, speaking of crucial, this is a crucial game, isn't it, for Matty Dennant? If he is to lose this match, he will be 4 points away from qualification with just 2 games left.
180.
But for the second leg in a row, James Beaton kicks off with a maximum visit.
95.
Do you reckon Matt Dennant's had enough of players hitting 180s against him? Because he's had 5 180s hit against him and a 177 from James Beaton in this match.
131.
Yes, I agree. But unfortunately, in this sport, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't defend it. You can't stop the darts from going in. You can't stand at the hockey and slap them away. You've just got to try and match the levels.
Well, it's not like snooker where you can tuck one up to the cushion.
$60.
Thankfully, here at the Super Series, they won't have a Mark Allen Wu Yeezer situation. Hour and 43 minutes.
James, you require 130.
That long that they cut to an episode of House of Frames and then came back to it. But back to this, back to the 130.
114.
He didn't like that one, did he? A little bit of floating in the action there for Matty Dennant. Not to worry, because James Beaton's got such a lead that he had so much comfort. He had all the time in the world. Didn't need to use it there. First start.
Third leg, Matt, to
no problems whatsoever. He's up and running for his evening.
At what point does Matt Dennett begin to get annoyed by everybody playing well against him? At what point do you get despondent amidst all this?
If it was me, it would have been yesterday.
125.
Matt Dennett much more level-headed. Probably would be at the end of this game if he's not to get the points here, because it would be too much of an uphill task, wouldn't it? In the quality field of which this is, he'd still have to play Skogansky, and he's still got to play Danny Ayres, a game of which he's also got to concede the throw.
180.
But to give him credit, Dennett is making a good fist of this.
Oh, he's a battler, isn't he,
58.
Matty Dennett? We talk about dreams coming true and opportunities for the likes of James Beaton here at the Super Series, but Matty Dennett had that as well, didn't he, recently at the
140.
Alexandra Palace?
Had the family there. It was a very special occasion for Matt. And for a lot of people in the sport that
140.
have got to know him over the last
Matt, you require 56.
10 years or so, I think there was a lot of people that are very happy to see him
James on
share
the third
and
leg.
bask
Matt
in that
Dennett.
brilliant World Championship moment for him as he finds an 11 darter to move himself
Fourth leg,
2-1 to the
James
good.
Throw first. Game on.
He's one of those, I'd say he's probably one of the most respected or liked players amongst his fellow peers on the circuit, Matt Dennett.
Oh, 100%. Understated. Very understated.
99.
A lot of the time when people discuss characters in the sport, they look for those that have a very popular walk-on song who throw their arms out to the side and sing along to it. Or, you know, you look at those sort of people, those sort of easy, on-the-eye, dance-around, flashy, flary sort of people as characters. Matty Dennett's a proper character. Dry, witty sense of humour.
100.
How many times have we come to that graphic and the average has been in excess of a ton
131.
tonight?
Every time we've shown it, because that's been the standard this evening.
I don't want to get ahead of myself,
92.
but I'm going to anyway. We've sat here for many a night here at the Live Lounge over the last 4 years. If it carries on
60.
this way, this is going to be up there with one of the best of them.
Henry Deacon, Oracle of Super Series knowledge. I'm going to pose a potential question. You may
100.
not have a clue what the answer is. So you may take you some research. You may not know ever. Maybe one of our viewers might be able to help us out.
55.
What is
James, you
the
require
highest
110.
average for a Group B evening?
That is a very good question, which I haven't got the answer to. I might need to speak to my dove and see if they come up with an answer.
86. Matt, you
We
require
will get an answer
155.
to that before the end of the evening, because I've got a feeling that could be under threat tonight.
97. James, you require 24.
James Beaton's throw would be under threat if he doesn't polish this up.
James on the fourth leg.
But just
James
like the
Beaton.
standard of the evening, no problems there for James Beaton. Everything here
Fifth
going
leg,
quite
Matt, to
comfortably
throw
on the
first.
throw.
Game on.
But then I suppose that really shouldn't be a
26.
surprise, because rule of thumb is games that are really good tend to see a lot of holds of throw. It's been a long week, Matthew.
Did you see the change on the face of James Beaton? The second Matty Dennett come away from the hockey with just
100.
26 points. The whole demeanour, the face just dropped. He knew that was time to lock in. He knows that's an opportunity.
96.
And he knew more than anybody else. And I think one of James Beaton's key attributes is he knows how to read a game. He's what many would say
67.
a match player.
It can be a strength and a weakness depending on which time and how you apply it.
140.
Hasn't quite taken the opportunity that presented itself though, has it?
He's almost too eager to pounce and as a consequence blinked himself.
96.
Let's pick up a trouble with the last, but it's kind of ineffective because Dennett on throw has command again. And that
134.
2 treble turn means that he has this leg exactly where he wants it. Looks like we're going to see a 5th consecutive holder throw in this match unless Beaton can fill this up or find a 140.
100.
Full credit as well
Now
to
you
Matty
require
Denham.
105.
He opened with 26. 9 darts later, he's on a very gettable finish.
57. James, you require 138.
Well, this would be some effort. Still on. For the treble 18 goes a miss.
118. Matt, you require 48.
So there's to put himself a leg away for winning a key battle in the middle portion of the table. 1 left in hand.
32.
He doesn't get. And Beaton has got his break opportunity.
James, you require
On a night
20.
like tonight, when the standard is so close, games are won and lost by a missed dart here or there. 2 darts, when the level is so good this evening, is a bit of a gift. A huge opportunity here. 3 darts in hand for James Beaton. He's making sure he is set. Will not be rushed to the yockey.
Game shot on the 5th leg.
It might
James
be a
Beaton.
night all about moments. And that could be a seismic one for James Beaton.
6th leg, James.
And
2
that could
for
be the
first.
moment where Matt Dennant's brave quest to get himself back into this group begins to
Game
unravel.
on.
Because Beaton here with the darts in hand to win this contest. It would mean 2 defeats out of 2 for Dennant, despite playing some supreme stuff.
Quite like what we saw as well there from James Beaton. Did the job. Hit the double. Broke the throw.
100.
Collected the darts. Head down. Didn't even look towards Matt Dennant, did he? Eyes locked to the floor.
I get the sense that James Beaton is a bit of a pain in the behind to
77.
play against.
Yeah, I think that would be quite fair.
And I mean that as a compliment, by the way.
Yes, also fair.
$60.
Just doesn't get flustered by anything, doesn't...
59.
Even if he does maybe feel as if he's a little bit under it, or there might be a bit of vulnerability, he doesn't show it. Or at least he doesn't show it to the face of his opponent anyway.
No, absolutely poker
60.
face. That's what you need to be. For me, one of the greatest ever at doing that was the now head of the JDC, Steve Brown.
100.
Was very good at just oozing confidence, even when he wasn't necessarily feeling it.
You never necessarily subscribe to that mold, did you?
No, I
99.
subscribe very much to the do what you feels philosophy.
How did that serve you?
It didn't work out great, to be perfectly honest.
79.
Well, I will say is you spent a lot more years on tour than a lot of players.
What's that kind of compliment from Henry Deacon? Wow.
Yes. You've made it more than what some people have, pal.
59.
Trust me, some people think they've made it.
I'll clip this later. It's quite nice.
I need to stop. I feel
100.
sick.
Well, you might not have long
James
left
require
anyway to fill because James
123.
Beaton might be about to win this match.
Treble 16. The single leaves the bull for the win. And a big
Game
win for
shot
Beats.
and a match.
Wrapped
James
up
Beaton.
in sumptuous style. For Matt Dennant, he's played some superb stuff in his opening 2 games, but it has been to no avail. And it means that he is going to have to be perfect from here on in and hope for mistakes elsewhere. 2 good displays on Dennant. He's lost with an average of a ton and an average under 92. But Beaton, 96 and change, 4th and 6th in the doubles, perhaps most importantly, and wrapped up with that brilliant 1-2-3 checkout. Before the break, James Beaton got his campaign up and running. A 4-2 win over Matt Dennett. A superb game, another superb game. A 1-2-3 checkout to get things wrapped up for Beats, and it makes Dennett potentially look like a beaten man in terms of making it through. In terms of qualifying through, Jensen Walker can do exactly that. If he can get the better of Radek Sagansky here in Game 4 of our evening session. So far, we've not seen an average underneath 91 in this Friday night session. It has been an absolute treat. Now, these two have had to become rather accustomed to one another. This is the 5th consecutive day in which they played. And they were enjoying a good laugh and joke before this
100.
match got underway. At us, admittedly, but they were enjoying one another's company. But now to the serious business.
81.
Let me rephrase that at you, Henry, at you.
Thanks for the teamwork.
180.
Well, Radek Sagansky's a bus driver, and I've just been pushed under it.
95.
Oh, back-to-back 180s potentially. What an opening leg this is. So Radek Sagansky, potential 11 data on throw. There is nothing that Jensen Walker could do about this.
60. Radek, you require 41.
He's turned up tonight, hasn't he, Sagansky?
Game shot on the
We
first
look at
leg. Radek
The start of the
Sagansky.
night, we look at the table, we look at the fixtures, we look at what people need to do in regards to their
Second leg,
qualification.
Jensen
Radek
to throw
Sagansky came in
first.
just on 2
Game on.
points. To keep it all firmly in his own hands,
59.
card. and then it doesn't really matter what happens in other fixtures. You don't need to watch the other games. You don't need favours.
140.
So essentially, it's just straight knockout for him. Last 16, this is the quarter-final.
To steal a
78.
phrase from American sports, Radek Sagansky is dialed in this evening.
100.
Okay, I'm going to steal a phrase as well. I've not got as much knowledge of you as various
99.
different programmes, so I'm going to go gladiator ready.
$57.
Well, since losing game one, it's been contenders ready when facing Jensen Walker in this particular group.
133. $100. Jensen, you require 132
132 here, and there's a sense it may have to go with Sagansky on 104. He's not going to find, but I would not put
60.
this past the poll one bit.
Radek, you require 104.
If you can find it, be an early break. Not able to find the treble, so
39.
Jensen Walker gets another opportunity
Jensen
here
requires
to hold on to his
72.
throw. It's only going to be the one dart. His tops is the choice.
32.
Just over pitching, and
Radek
that
requires
reaction tells you
65.
everything, doesn't it? You don't normally get reactions from Jensen Walker, but he believes this is going to go, and he would be wrong. How ironic that Sagansky's been
33.
throwing over 100 average throughout this evening, popping 180s for fun, but he can't hit a big 14.
Jensen, you require 40.
Well, that's an unforced error. And for Walker, he has to
Game
pounce
shot on
all
the
over it.
second
And to
leg.
his credit, he
Jensen
does.
Walker.
This game back on level terms at one apiece.
Third leg, Radek to throw first. Game on.
Remember, a Walker win will qualify him through to Saturday night's final.
140.
But early indications are he's going to have to work hard to get that win.
96.
Well, somewhere in this game, if Jensen Walker is to win it, he has to break the throw.
100.
There's not a lot of time. And there's certainly not a lot of time when you're playing a player like Radek who's playing this well.
100.
Oh, what a dart that is. Just caressed it through the middle.
24.
Just looked like he was losing the grip of the dart there very slightly. Just had that drawback, the dart just tipping a little bit in the
96.
hand. Something that the equipment of which he is using would normally help prevent.
99.
You can see that scallop at the back of the dart. Allows him just to push into the weight of the barrel.
99. Radic, you require 138.
This has been left a few times this evening, but once again, the 138 isn't going to be got.
60. Jensen, you require 110.
Well, if he's going to find a break, you feel it's going to have to be a combination like this. An
94.
opportunity there for Jensen Walker on the double 16
78.
goes inside.
58.
We'll get another. I thought we'd be counting the odd dart here or there in regards to opportunities that Jensen
Jensen, you
Walker's
require
had, but he's
16.
carved out a big one here. 3 darts in hand, a rare opportunity.
Game show on the third.
And an
leg.
opportunity
Jensen Walker.
taken. 2-1 Walker from 1-0 behind. He has the lead for the first
Full
time.
flag Jensen to throw first. Game on.
That's where Jensen Walker is becoming so strong within his game, isn't it? A
140.
real asset of his. Functionality. Now, the double in itself, not perfect.
44.
33% is where we need to be. 2 from 6, but he's not letting opportunities pass him by. If he comes to the opportunity with the chance to win the leg, it
100.
more often goes.
Well, remember we were sat here, I think it's around about this time 2 years ago when
140.
Bo Greaves made a debut here in the Super Series. And we were talking about that functionality when it came to her finishing. Because if you looked at the double stats,
97.
they looked okay. But if you looked at the practicalities of how many times she was going to the board and then winning the leg when she had an opportunity at a double,
99.
it
Jensen, you
was
require
elite.
164.
Control and match play, wasn't it? From Bo Greaves. I believe that was the same time she beat Kevin Painter with 114
124.
average.
in a game that Kev Painter had to win to qualify through. How's your luck, Kev?
That's the one. That's the one.
First player to
58.
win an entire week
Jensen, you require 40.
without dropping a game, Bo Greaves.
Game show on the
Well,
fourth
Jensen
leg.
Walker is
Jensen
just
Walker.
beginning to flex his muscles a little bit. He stretches into a 2-0 lead.
Fifth leg Radic to
And
throw
now a
first.
leg
Game
away
on.
from his place into tomorrow night's final.
40.
And that is an opening presented to the Interceptor.
60.
However, he's passed the parcel straight back to the pole.
In his mind, of course, he'll be wanting to get the job done here and win it 4-1. Everyone wants to get it
140.
done at the earliest opportunity. But this will feel like a bit of a bonus leg. The mind will well and truly be on the
60.
next one where he will be throwing first. That's the one he'll be expecting to win. This leg is one where, if I get a shot, brilliant.
100.
But it often works out quite well when you've got that little bit of a lead and you can just have this leg that just settles you into the story, gives you time to
59.
take stock of the situation before it's time to go up and deliver and cross that line.
Good response there from
81.
Sagatsky. So 3 legs on the spin, but has left himself in a decent position, but he might be put in a position where the 140 may have to go because Walker, with that max, has left himself on a finish. And the best way to affect the situation is by not giving Walker a shot. He
100.
can't help but do
Jensen
that.
require
This for his
142.
place in tomorrow night's final, but the 142 will not be got.
93. Radic, you require 40.
Game saver.
Game show on the
Game
fifth leg.
saver it
Radic
is for
Sagansky.
Sagansky. That's one of the 3 of which he's going to need.
Sixth leg Jensen to throw first. Game on.
16 darter in the end there for Radak to hold the throw. You feel if he's going to find a break, it needs to be a little bit less
60.
than that. Although, Jensen Walker kicking off without a treble again.
60. 100. 100.
Just flicked at the last start there a little, Jensen Walker.
140.
Just a little sign, a little tell. He really wants this job to be done here in this leg.
59.
And again, just losing the rhythm there a little bit around that wrist area. You can see him looking at the hand. He's not quite happy here with the release.
60.
Just giving a little bit of information here to Sagansky.
140.
Well, Jensen Walker again leaves himself on 142. He's going to get a poke at it. And if he gets it,
55.
he
Jensen, you require
punches his ticket
142.
into Saturday night's fight. He's got 6 from here. He's going to need the 6.
90.
Now, this is very impressive. He's had a couple of darts in this leg that really haven't come out the hand well. And that can often build up the tension and build up the pressure. He's just brushed it
96.
off and cracked on with
Jensen,
the
you
job.
require 52.
Old head, young shoulders.
Double 16.
Shot,
And
a
that
match, Jensen
seals
Walker.
Jensen Walker's place into tomorrow night's final. He was made to make it look routine in the end, the interceptor. He qualified through to tomorrow night's final. He wins his opening couple of games, but maybe he still feels that there's room for improvement. I don't know what he's talking about, but it's something to do with his pinky. However, all he needs to worry about is the fact that he has qualified through to tomorrow night's final. A 4-2 winner over Radek Sagansky. The stats you can see on your screen there. Coming up after the break, we're going to see James Beaton take on Danny Ayres. This has all of a sudden become an important game. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. Before the break, Jensen Walker was the first player to qualify himself through to tomorrow night's final, courtesy of a 4-2 success against Radek Sagansky, whose positive start by beating the man in the back of your picture, Danny Ayres, has been undone. But this has suddenly become an important match between James Beaton and Danny Ayres. Now, these two are actually inseparable in the table. They both played 5. They've won 3, lost 2. So they've picked up 16 points. Their legs difference both 0, and they've both won 15 legs in this group. So it's fair to say that on paper you can't separate them, Matt.
What a great time to put them head to head. Because by the end of this, they will be separated. They'll be separated in quite a lot of departments.
Well, James Beaton's even money, whereas it was 4-5 Danny Ayres before Dartmouth swam with the bookies. And Danny Ayres kicks this game off for a maximum. It was a match that was won by James Beaton by 4 legs to 2 yesterday. It was the only game that Danny Ayres lost on
57.
Thursday night. It was a high-quality affair. Beaton averaged just underneath the 98 mark in that particular contest. And actually, if they are both smack-bang level, that head-to-head does prove important, because if the players are level on points, legs won and their legs difference, it then goes to head-to-heads over the 2 nights.
29.
If that ends up being level, it will then go to the overall average of the players throughout the course of the group. And that's irrespective of whether a player finishes first, second or third. That is the tiebreaker. And of course, every position is important because it changes where you are on Saturday night.
45.
And if you don't qualify, it changes how much money you pick up from the week. Ayres looks a double 18 for a 90 check and an early break.
54.
He will be back for 3 more in hand.
$60. Danny requires 36. Game shot on the first leg. Danny Ayres.
Early break confirmed. 13 darter for Danny Ayres. James Beaton not quite hitting the ground running the way he did in his opening game. Sometimes that is the danger. We saw what it meant, didn't we, to James Beaton when he picked up that win, checking out on the bullseye. The
121.
passion, the reaction, the emotion of which he's shown. But with those really high highs come really low lows.
140.
Well, Danny Ayres keeping on, carrying on. As for James Beaton, the first real grimace that we've seen from the Chester man tonight.
And we'll see more. He's someone who is very, very happy to show what he is feeling.
100.
And aren't those players so entertaining to watch?
60.
I mean, prime example for you, Henry, would be one of your favourite players to watch, Richie Bennett. Shows you everything.
Oh yes, the mad old Prince of Wales.
100.
Well, James Beaton's just blinded himself because he's had a look into the light rack. Those lights are quite light.
Who would have thought that?
Blinded by the lights.
Who would have thought that, eh, Henry? Lights are light.
Yeah. Blinded by the lights, and he's looking to make it through to the weekend.
140. James, you require 161.
161 to get us back onto level terms. Well, the 161 won't be got. He's looking at the 121 to double his lead and to back the break up of the previous leg.
$130. Danny, you require 121.
Well, he's going to be put in a position where this has to go. Trouble 17. Unable to get. So Peter will return for the 31.
97. James, you require 31.
You don't see this checked out too often, do you? But you just have that.
James Beaton.
And that rarefied checkout brings us back to an equal kilter.
Third leg, James 2 for row first.
Back to the table, going back to his process.
Game on.
Almost letting Danny Ayres know that he's been broken. Take your time at the back of the stage, pal. You ponder upon what's just happened.
When you think about the players over the years who have very similar
89.
processes of going and sort of just tapping the case, touching the case. Comes to mind the likes of Snakebite, Peter Wright,
100.
Mensa Suljevic, Phil the Power Taylor.
$56.
You've seen enough of him here. You've seen bits and bobs of him on the Pro Tour. What do you make of Danny Ayres as a player, Matt?
134.
He's on the border, isn't he? He's one of those players that's clearly got the ability. Showing the ability, demonstrating
60.
it, picking up results. But ultimately, there's one main place you need to produce it, and that's over that 1 week in Milton
140.
Keynes at the start of the year. That'll be where his attention goes should he not be able to get a tour card via any other route this year. Because he's one of those players right now that you feel is primed and ready
Danny require
and would
127.
benefit from having a tour card. But it has to be earned first.
It's the bull. It's
James
beautiful.
on the
It's
third
brilliant. Absolutely
Ayres.
amazing from Danny Ayres. And that gets a touch of
Full flag,
respect from
Danny
his
to row
opponent,
first.
James Beaton.
Game on.
That's his second big checkout of the evening. And the timing of the two big checkouts as well has been
140.
extraordinary. Both times when he's taken out the 167 and 127, his opponent has been left on something tangible.
60.
It's all right to hit big, but he is hitting big when it matters, Danny Ayres. And another
93.
high-quality contest, 13, 15, 12. The darts required to win the free leg so far in this game. Danny Ayres averaging in excess of 110 after 3 legs.
100.
But this comes off the back of losing with a average just south of 98 against Radek Zagatsky in his opener.
$82.
Having got the break in the previous leg to go, 2-1 to the good. Now looking to hold firm
100.
and really get a grip of this game, leaving himself on 68 after 12. Peter's got to watch his work here on 259.
$45.
He started off doing the right things
Danny
there,
requires
didn't he? It just
68.
wasn't the right application. He's ended up giving Danny Ayres a little bit of time here at the back end of this leg.
48.
Time that means there's no damage done there by that missed opportunity.
96. Danny
So
requires
210 to
20.
move 2 clear.
Game shot on the
And
fourth
2
leg.
clear, Danny
Danny
Ayres is 3-1 to the good. And James Beaton has it all to
Fifth
do.
leg, James 2, throw first. Game on. $140.
Just looking ahead to the fixtures this evening. The next game we've got is Matty Dennett against Radek Zagatsky.
135.
Whoever is to lose this match, you feel is about to become a big Matty Dennett fan.
55. $100.
Should be looking at the 19s here on 306. Head upstairs.
96.
Second treble would have left himself on the big fish. So Ayres again himself going to have to watch his work on 266. That's why he heads down with dart 2.
58.
And just like James Beaton, couldn't find that treble that he needed to leave himself on a finish.
James Beaton really does need to step it up though at the back end of this match, doesn't he? If he's going to play himself back into it. So an average check gives us a gap of around about 23 points between the pair throughout this game.
100. James, you require 110.
Well, this to save the contest. Treble 18 for the double. Oh, decided to stay there for double 15. He's decided to neglect his favourite double. Is it going to come back to cost him?
Danny, you require 108.
Don't mind the play, actually. He spent a lot of this game on the treble 20. Why not persist on there? Same sort of equation. Got to find a way past. Doesn't do so. James Beaton will come back, but it's the one chance, the one opportunity. This needs to go, James.
James, you require
Well, as soon as he knew he was going to get an opportunity, he was straight back to the drinks table, setting himself up for a match-saving opportunity. 2 darts in his hand at double 6 to keep this contest alive. And keep it alive he does.
James Beaton.
Back to 3-2, and he forces his opponent to serve it out.
6 flag Danny to throw first. Game on.
Still a 20-point gap in terms of the averages.
180.
That gap's going to get bigger as Danny Ayres fires in his second max of the contest. There is the disparity in terms of the numbers. But as our
82.
good pal Chris Mason would say, you don't write averages on trophies. They also said they don't write Matthew
140.
Edgar's name on them either. Unless it's the I beat Gary Anderson of a 170 finish trophy, then you own it.
60. 123.
You got a trophy once, didn't you, Henry?
What was that?
Participation.
Yep, every sports day. Fantastic. Anyway, Danny Ayres here. Potential 11 darter to wrap it up.
Danny required
To
58.
put himself onto 8 points. To put himself back in control of his destiny again. It was a slip in game 1 against Vadik Zagansky.
shot,
But
man of
what
the
a
match, Danny
response against James Beaton. That was monstrous on Danny Ayres. A sublime performance. And he could almost reach out and touch Saturday night now. The average just over the 107.5 mark. James Beaton tried his best to keep tabs in that game, but he was unable to do so. That 1-2-7 seemingly sucked the life out of Beats. And that is Beaton. Danny Ayres winning by 4 legs to 2. Well, what a night we have been treated to here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Before the break, Danny Ayres with an average of 107.63 got the better with James Beaton by 4 legs to 2. A night which has seen so far 4 ton plus averages. There's been more ton plus averages than averages underneath 90 so far this evening. That is how good the standard has been from all 5 players. And this is how the table looks. First player confirmed through out of this group is Jensen Walker. 10 points, good enough for him. Danny Ayres closing in on qualification on 8. James Beaton still work to do on 6. Radek Sagansky on 4, looking to close in here as he takes on Matt Dennett, whose hopes would come tumbling to an end if he was defeated in this contest. The scoreline. So the bottom 2 going head to head as we begin the second half of our second evening session in what has been a pulsating Group B. We really have been treated over the course of the last couple of nights. Some good games, dramatic finishes, and some sumptuous stuff as well. It's certainly one of those groups which will be remembered for the right reasons here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. And for 2 players, they're going to be the unlucky 2 that don't make it through to Saturday night's final. But one thing that is for certain is, despite the fact he won 15 out of 15 in Group A on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, Derek Coulson is not going to get his own way whatsoever when we get to tomorrow evening's finale. That is for sure.
60.
Oh, he's going to be pushed. He's going to be tested. Certainly if he wants to be at Champions Week once again, battling it out in what looks to be quite a tasty field so far.
I feel like I say it every year, but the Summer Champions Week always tends to be the best one of the year. Look at 45. Series 4 when you had Vampire, Littler, Bolton, Osborne, some of the big hitters of the amateur game at the time. Oh, and Paul Hinks' favourite player ever. Do you remember Patrick van den Boogaard?
Revisiting the table here. For James Beaton, he's probably really hoping for a Matty Dennett win here. That would keep him in the top 3 and a couple of points clear of the chasing pack with not much left to go.
Game show on the first leg.
Well, doesn't data for Sagansky, and old faithful double 16 comes to his aid. The pole 1-0 to the good, and the walls really are beginning to close in on Matthew Dennett.
Could be the first player to get the marker pen, couldn't he, Matty Dennett? And by 26. That we mean scrubbed out, line through the name, out of contention.
59.
And if that was the case, let's just speculate for a moment that Matty Dennett wasn't to win this game.
96.
Would you class him as one of the most unfortunate players in a Group B history due to the standard of which he has thrown?
100.
It's up there. I mean, put it this way. If he was playing in Group C, he'd get out of it, and he'd get out of it with probably 18 points.
45.
However, you can't pick who's in your group.
Oh, no. If you could, I'd play every week.
180.
I'd be in here week in, week out. I'd put Henry Deacon in there. Glenn Durrant.
Who'd be the more difficult game, me or Glenn?
Paul Hinks would be in there.
134.
Playing or reffing?
Playing.
Because he can play.
Oh, well, not Paul Hinks then.
I don't know. I've seen one or two people down in the gallery try and throw some darts. And I tell you what, those cameras around the side of the stage, they're in severe trouble.
45. Matt, you require 32.
Radak's throws in severe trouble. Just caught the flight there, makes it a little bit tricky. Shuffles across to open up the bed,
No
had
score.
to go for the bottom end.
Radek, you require 155.
Able to find, but a look over to the scoreboard, he may find a bit of comfort. Because Radek had to be perfect there. 2 trebles and a double
97.
required, unable to find.
Matt, you require 32.
Have another go, Matty Dennett.
Game show on the second leg. Matt Dennett.
Gets another go, and this time Julie obliges to level up at 1 apiece. So go on then, who'd be your other 5 players? If you could pick a group Pick any group of any person.
Well, I've already picked 3. You, Paul, Hinks, and Glenn.
So you are sticking with Hinksy.
And the last player would be...
45.
Two more. Group of 6.
Oh, I'm in Group B.
Oh, you're playing Group B. Are you picking your group as well?
95.
Let's go with...
100.
I'm drawing a blank here. Let's go with Owen Binks.
81.
Well, put it this way. It wouldn't be a dull game. I mean, I say I've seen a few people downstairs in the gallery throw some darts, and there's some iffy affairs. Our director Paul Shopping has a couple of interesting arrows which I've seen
60.
thrown in the past. As
Radek, you require
Sagansky looks
161.
at 161.
$60.
Our guy who's doing social media tonight confirming dart or 2.
$100. Radek, you require 101.
101 here for Sagansky. Anything possible to leave double 16.
60. Matt, you require 120.
Oh, that was a good marker, wasn't it?
Radek, you
Cut
require
into
41.
the barrel as well. He did everything right. Didn't get the result. And his throw once again under severe threat. Radek loves this
Game
area of
shot
the
on
board.
third leg. Radek
And that
Sagansky.
love relationship continues. Marty
Full
Dennant
flag,
did all
Radek
the
to
hard work
throw
getting the
first.
throw back. However,
Game on.
just handed it straight back again there to Sagansky. For Matty Dennant, his participation
100.
as a genuine threat to qualification is starting to run out.
100.
Yeah, this will feel like a bitter pill for Matt Dennant to swallow here.
100.
I can imagine there's not many worse feelings than playing well and losing, because you almost feel to a certain extent that you're a little bit helpless as to what you can
100.
do.
Well, he came here undoubtedly feeling good, because you don't come here and put the performances like he has done if you don't feel like you're doing well in practice.
100.
He'd have been doing one in the practice room. He's come on the stage, delivered. He's just run into a couple of performances, a miss here and there at the wrong time. And all of a sudden, he's
60.
probably switched mindsets very quickly from, I could win this week, the way I am playing, the way I'm preparing, to, it's likely I'm going to finish bottom of the group all of a sudden.
140.
Well, Sagansky 61 after 12.
100.
Put himself 3-1-2 the good.
Well,
If he
if
could
you're
win this match
61.
by 4 legs to 1, he would leapfrog James Beaton into a qualifying position.
29. Matt, you
Get
require
to that stage of the
141.
night where every match becomes important. Remember, Sagansky takes on Beaton in game 9 of the session. There's a real possibility that that
40.
game could well be
Radek,
a
you require
shootout to
32.
determine who makes it and who misses out.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
3-1 to the
Radek
pole,
Sagansky.
who is in pole position in this match.
Fifth leg, Matt, to throw first. Game on. 100. 100. 140. 60. 60. $91.
He's battling, isn't he? He's fighting hard. He's not going to give this up without a fight.
140. Matt, you
He's
require
got 6 starts here at the
170.
170. The opportunity. The opportunity just to set this up however he would
100.
like. Did he try to leave double 15 there?
$100. Matt, you require 70.
My eyes was drawn to the bull and 25, which seems to be the modern way to go with the
No
darts in the
score.
hand, but that is a slip.
Radek, you require
That
101.
could be fatal.
That could be the final mistake that Matt Dennett makes, because Sagansky, to knock him out, the 101
85.
doesn't go.
Matt, you require 70.
But if Dennett doesn't find this, Sagansky's left on double A. One last reprieve for the scholar.
Game
Taken.
shot on the 5th leg.
And to
Matt
his
Dennett.
credit, it's taken. Back to 3-2. The pole forced to serve it out.
Doesn't look
6
too
leg Radek
happy
to
about
throw
it, though, does
first.
he?
Game on.
Maybe feels the damage is done. Maybe feels that this is now becoming mission impossible.
180.
mission improbable, for sure.
Oh, Sagansky keeps pulling in scores like that. It
59.
will get closer and closer towards an impossibility.
And not even one treble in response there for Matt Dennett. And here really does come the damage.
100.
However, we speak about match players, and Alex
135.
Sagansky would have known. Yes, okay, fair enough. Could have got it wrapped up in the previous leg, but that was a leg on the Dennett throw. He knew that this was the leg he was building up to, the one
100.
in which he had the darts to get the job done. And look what kind of job he has done already. 1-2-1 left after 9. Dennett needs another treble. Gets another triple.
137. Radek, you require 121.
To knock Dennett out. The
Game
bullseye's
shot,
found
man
by
of the match,
Radek Sagansky. And that probably typifies Matt Dennett's night, where he has been pulled from pillar to post. His opponents have pretty much hit everything against him. As for Radek Sagansky, he is giving himself a huge, huge springboard now to qualify through to tomorrow night's final. It could well be a straight shootout with James Beaton and Gate 9. We'll find out as the evening develops. In fact, we might find out a little bit more in our next game, because we're going to see James Beaton in action, and he is going to take on the already through Jensen Walker. this going to be a superb finish? The
Going short the
104's
second
got
leg.
at Alex Small.
There's a shot on the bullseye, yeah, for Dean Finn. 1, 2, 4, Dean Finn.
Dean
Called
Finn.
clairvoyance.
Another gets it, double top. Well, that was sublime from Slevin.
For 32, so it's double 16 to wrap it up.
Game shot and a match.
What a way
Oliver
to
King.
wrap up.
Back in business, it's the bullseye again, and he's
And
hit it
on the
again.
sixth
Graham
leg.
Hall, an exhibition.
Graham
And,
Game shot
well,
on the
that's
fourth leg.
certainly one way to take out 104 Joe Croft.
Didn't he? Treble 18's the target for double 16. And
Game
there he
shot on the
finds
second
it.
leg. German.
Punishes.
20. Tops.
Game shot on the third leg. Sam
Spivey.
So this is what we've got to look forward to next week, and what a treat that we have for you. We're going to see the Challenge Tour #1, Joe Hunt in action. He's hoping for a better time than he did last time. We're going to see Spivey Man back. Yeah, Sam Spivey's returning. And Dean Finn is going to be with us as well for a bit of fun in Group B. As far as Group A is concerned, Graham Hall, the Tour champion, he's going to be there, but alongside the likes of Dylan Slevin and Brian Branley. And then Group C, Alex Small is looking for title #3 in this building, alongside Oliver King, who actually, it's been a while since we've seen him here, but we did see him. Did make it through to a semi-final on the Saturday. So that's next week's action. We're underway on Monday from 9:30. However, we are into the depths of Friday night here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. And we are about to see two young talents go head-to-head as Jensen Walker and James
First
Beaton
leg,
go
James
toe-to-toe.
to
Now,
throw
Jensen
first.
is safe in the
Game
knowledge
on.
of the fact that he's going to be into Saturday's final come what may. Won his opening couple of games, got to the safety and sanctuary of 10 points. As for James Beaton, very much embroiled with a battle with Radek Zagansky to try and make
60.
it through. There is a potential that these two might well play at a shootout match in game 9 of the evening. That would be
97.
reliant on Jensen winning this game and Danny Ayres winning the next. Walker and Ayres finish the group off in game 10. Well, James got off to a good start tonight.
50.
1-4-2 against Matt Dennon. Average just a shade over 96. Was 4 from 6 in terms of the finishing. Wrapped the game up with a
57.
1-2-3 checkout, but then found himself on the receiving end of Danny Ayres' 107.6 in his previous match. Now, we talk about reset mentality between sessions, but James Beaton has just got to
140.
recalibrate things during the session here.
95.
I'm just trying to look ahead to the fixtures. We know James Beaton will close his campaign against Radek Zagansky.
100.
If he loses this in quite a close game, there's no damage done at all, because that head-to-head clash against Zagansky could be the thing that decides it, because of the legs different
James
swing
require
of even if he wins 4-3. So this is kind of a, in a sense, a bit of a free hit for James as well.
Yeah, worst case scenario, because Radek doesn't play by the time he plays
44.
again, the worst case scenario is he's
Does he
embroiled
require
into a free hit
112?
match. A last game deciding match, which makes this a free hit.
72.
top. Goes high
James,
for
you require
Walker.
107.
I guarantee you, though, you don't notice that as such when you're in the back room. You have a little glance at the table. You keep an eye on it, but you certainly don't analyse it the way we are.
Double 14.
79.
Not there. How severely
require
is he going to be
40.
punished?
Game shot on the first
Eventually.
leg. Jensen
And
Walker.
with the first two in that position, there was no way he was going to miss with dart free. Jensen Walker
Second leg, Jensen
breaks the
to
throw
throw
Beaton
first.
to take out the
Game on.
opening leg, much to Beaton's amusement.
50.
Is this where there could be a danger of James Beaton perhaps trying too hard here in this particular situation?
Oh, for sure. We spoke
97.
about the emotion of which he plays the game with, the passion of which he's brought to the Super Series, but it brings extremes, doesn't it?
97.
Brings really, really high highs, really low lows, and there's a massive gap between the two. Sometimes it's very hard to know exactly where to pitch yourself, and it's very tiring as well when you're an emotional player.
132.
Because those highs and those lows bring with them a lot of emotion.
96.
Trust me, I can tell you how tiring darts is when you play with emotion.
Could have been that tiring. Darius Lebanowski's got rid of it before you could get tired.
It was counting the money afterwards because I withdrew it all in pound coins.
57.
Ah, yes, yes.
$94.
I'm sure you were crying into your Rolls Royce once that tournament was done.
$58.
So 1-6-4 here for Walker to double the lead and to put Beaton in a spot above in this game. As Matt rightly said, this is a bit of a free hit
98. James, you require
Beaton.
157.
However, what he won't want to do is put in a bit of a clanger here and do a lot of good work, because Radek Zagansky is a player on the
97.
up tonight. Of that, there's no doubt.
Jensen, you require 66. Game shown the
But
second
as
leg.
to is Jensen Walker. He said earlier on this evening he prefers his time slot. He just feels more settled when he
Third
plays
leg,
later
James
at
to
night.
throw first. Game on.
And the proof is very much in the pudding here.
It's much more familiar as well, isn't it? We know Jensen Walker's still someone who likes to play
43.
a lot of darts in the local circuits, likes to play on things like the county circuit still. And with that, you don't tend to find too many early mornings in regards to the
60.
throwing of darts, certainly competitive darts. You may have a few looseners earlier on in the morning, but it's very unusual, isn't it, to be playing and trying to find your peak performance at
58.
half nine. You do have to do it sometimes on the WDF circuit, depending on what country you're in, certainly on the Sundays. A lot of the time the events run to the finals day on
140.
Sunday, so they need the venue cleared so they can set it up for the stage for a 6 or 7 o'clock start. So sometimes you do have to start particularly earlier on the Sundays.
96.
And it can be difficult to get the prep in for those tournaments when it's that early.
Oh yes, absolutely. Especially when they don't always open
100.
up the venue and all the facilities.
$140 for Beaton to leave himself finish, or 2 travel turn at least anyway, to leave him on a shot when he
84.
comes back, not to be. So Walker here, 6 on 201 to put himself 3-0 to the good and to get the double breaker throw.
57.
Wins this game, incidentally. He moves on to 12 points, which would mean that he's virtually there in terms of winning the group, particularly because of his superior legs difference over
26.
Danny Ayres. But Danny would have 2
Jensen, you
more
require
matches to play, and one of them
144.
being against Jensen.
$84.
Let's pick off with the last. James Beaton has already had his throw broken once in this game. He's in trouble again for a double up.
100. Jensen, you require 60. $50.
Well, the way Jensen Walker's been finishing and playing over the last couple of days, you didn't see that missed opportunity coming.
James, you require 94.
Well, how many times do we say that players need a spark in these types of situations? The 94 could be exactly that for for James Beaton. Double 14.
66. Jensen, you require 10. Game shot on the third leg. Jensen
Henry,
Walker.
I am pretty sure James will take no offence to being compared
leg,
to the
Jensen
legend
to
that
throw
is the
first.
world
Game on.
champion, the bronze Adonis himself, Mr. Stevie Beaton.
The worst bit is, I wrote on my notepad yesterday, don't say Steve.
45.
Well, you're already thinking of it then, aren't you? It's too late.
Trust me, there's a lot of things that whirl through this brain,
81.
as we've learnt over the course of the last 4 years or so.
60.
Somebody somewhere was going to do it. I suppose I was going to be the donkey that was going to do so. Sorry, James. Sorry, Steve.
140.
You mentioned there's a lot of things whirling through your mind. Imagine how many things are going through the mind of James Beaton right now, who's been waiting so long for this opportunity. And we said it was a bit of a free
58.
hit. That's only the case if he doesn't go and get beat heavily like a 4-0 scoreline.
$140.
Which right now looks very unlikely.
95. James, you require 140.
For a leg back.
To stay alive.
60.
However, Walker
140.
piles the pressure onto
James, you
Trouble
require
Turn, leaves
80.
himself on something makeable if the 80 doesn't go. 15. Oh, he's chased the treble there, and because of it, he's not
40.
going to get a dart at anything. So
James, you
Walker
require
here to win this
103.
game by 4 legs to 0.
55. James, you require 40.
Well, he said it's a free hit for James Beaton, but he will not want to go into a game
James
against
shot on the
Reddit
fourth
Zagatsky
leg. James
by
Beaton.
losing 4-0. He's not going to do that because he finds the double 10.
Fifth
Straight
leg,
back
James
down the
to
hockey,
throw
having
first.
broken the
Game
throw
on.
of the interceptor. If he can bring it back to 3-2, he just asked the question to Jedson.
84.
In terms of standard, it's been the lowest quality affair of the evening.
134.
However, for James Beaton, he'll try and eke out what he can from this
100.
game. As I say, it probably is going to be a case now of match 9 being a straight shootout between the pair, but he'll want to try and go into that match with as much confidence as possible.
140. 100.
Incidentally, it could well be a week where players on the last Champions Week might begin to dwindle before Saturday. We saw Keanu Van Velzen earlier on today not get out of Group C, having won a week in the last series. Radek Zagatsky could find himself on a similar scrap heap if he's not careful. James Beaton may well be taken to the
84.
walls in this particular game
Jensen,
because
you require 87.
Walker back for 87 to get this wrapped up 4-1. Double 5
Game
to
shot.
do
Man of
so
the
in
match,
style
Jensen
and to
Walker.
do so of an 87 combo. That puts him up to 12 points, and that puts him very close to winning this Group B. That's for James Beaton. It means that he's going to be forced to go to the well in his game against Radek Zagatsky. Coming up after the break, we are going to see Danny Ayres take on Matt Dennett.
For double eight, and what an opener.
Coming up.
Two darts, a double 16. And Richie Howson is the ultimate legend of the Super Series.
Now has two darts. Only needs one.
Yes, plenty coming up here at the Live Lounge. If you want to be here on a Saturday night, then you can do so by scanning that QR code. Takes you over to the Darts World Store. And once you get there, you can be here on a Saturday evening at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, where we can confirm that Danny Ayres will be joining us tomorrow night, because we've been doing some mathematical equations in the advert break. Oh yeah, we are so cool at the Live Lounge. And our mathematical equations came to the conclusion that Danny Ayres, even with two 4-0 defeats, because of the fact that Sagatsky had beaten, go toe-to-toe in Game 9, has confirmed his place through to tomorrow evening's finale. So we know 5 of the 6 that are going to be there, and Game 9 will determine who the last one will be. However, before all that, we've got some more fun for you, because Danny Ayres and Matt Dennett are going to go head-to-head. For Dennett, he is going to complete his quota of matches in this Group B. It's been a testing, trying couple of days for the scholar. As for Danny Ayres, well, he hasn't got a care anymore, because he knows he's got a skip in his step, having qualified through to Saturday night.
First leg, Danny to throw first. Game on.
Or does he? Is he one of those players that knows all the equations down to a T, or is he somebody that we'll find out a little bit later on?
97. $134.
I suppose for Matt Dennett now, it's a case of how do you evaluate this? What do you take from this experience? He hasn't taken many points. Just the one win from the 7 games which he's played so far, but there'll be certainly plenty in regards to the performance that he's going to be able to take in terms of a positive.
$100.
We said, didn't we, earlier on, at the conclusion of Group C, a week, a tournament,
50.
A day does not define your season. That'll have to be the attitude as well for Matty Dennett when he leaves here at the end of this match.
Because it is going to be the end of the road for the scholar.
70.
His campaign about to draw to a close.
$57.
That's for Danny Ayres. 54
Danny
left after 12 on
54.
throw. Could be a comfortable hold in this opening leg. Double top. Now down for double 10.
34. Matty
Just
require
wide of the mark.
160.
Outside chance for Dennett. Impossible chance now.
43. Danny require 20. Game show on the first leg. Danny Ayres.
Danny Ayres strikes the
Second
first
leg,
chord,
Matsu,
the first
throw
blow
first. Game on.
in this particular contest.
$46. $58.
Well, Matt Dennett shaking his head in the background. I suppose when you're in this situation, as much as you want to play for prize, as much of once you know you're out, you kind of just want to get on the road, don't you? You want to get out of here, and you just kind of want to lick your wounds to a certain extent.
Yes, for 99.9% of dart players, I 100% agree, but I've been seeing something a little bit different recently. Come the end of the day, once a player's been eliminated, they've gone straight back onto the practice board.
125.
Been there for 2 or 3 hours. That player is called Dimitri van den Berg. He's sort of subscribing to the philosophy of once I'm out, that's
59.
not the end of things. There's still some work to be done because there's another tournament to be played, and I need to be ready for that one. Maybe
64.
the first player to sort of break that I'm off mode.
Well, I'm sure our players marshal will be more than happy to stay up until 4 AM to watch players practice following the conclusion of the session.
Matt, you require 170.
Another. Would have left the ball for the big fish.
105.
And he's looking at
Danny, you require 104.
what would be his third ton top of the night if he can get the 104. We'll stay there because the 57 leads double top.
64.
Just
Matt, you require
high
65.
of the mark. Double 16, not
33. Danny, you require 40. Game shot on the second leg. Danny
there. Well, Danny Ayres pinned to tops to put himself into a 2-0 lead, to put himself in control of this contest.
Danny to throw first. Game on.
Decent enough performance, average just over 93.
60.
Oh, it's just been difficult, hasn't it, for Matt?
97. 42. 97.
'I don't think we'll have to wait long, though, will we, to see Matty Dennant back
60.
here at the Super Series. And no doubt he'll be wanting another opportunity
64.
to come here and try and put things right, try and get a little bit deeper into the tournament. One of those players, isn't he, that every time he makes the commute down to Portsmouth, he'll be
97.
expecting a minimum of being here on Saturday night.
140.
It's not quite happened for Matt Dennant since returning here at the beginning of 2026. As I say, somebody so accustomed to being at the cut and thrust of the action come the end of the week, but since coming back
60.
here, hasn't been able to make any kind of
103.
headway into a Saturday.
55.
We'll return 448 to get the break back.
96. Matt, you require 48.
To turn the game back to 2-1. Flick
Game shot
off
on
the
the third
flight
leg.
and into
Matt
the bed. Dennant gets a foothold in this contest, back to 2-1.
Fourth leg, Matt to throw first. Game on.
Well, we have crossed the midnight threshold, so happy Saturday, everybody.
84.
Which means, you know what today means. You know what Saturday means.
Finals day.
Indeed it does. We'll be live
96.
from 7:30 PM here on Pluto TV. Myself and Matt will be joined by
95.
Keegan Brown for all the action. We'll see how it culminates. And do you know what? It's brewing up to be a very special Saturday when you think about the
140.
players that are in action. The CVs, the form guide, everything about it just feels like it's just going to brew up to something
140.
special, doesn't it?
It's got all the ingredients, and we've still got one more yet to add to that. We'll find out who the final player through is in the very next match.
57. 96.
So Dennant leads himself on 86 after a dozen to level this game back up at 2-2.
134. Matt, you require
May
86.
just be a dart at the bullseye, but an opportunity nonetheless to get ourselves back to an equal kilter. Unable to find the treble 17 with
45.
dart 2. So Ayres here, back for
Danny requires
74.
74.
To put himself 3-1 to the good and to throw for the match in the next. 20 for tops. Tops he wants.
54. Matt, you require 41.
Opportunity presents itself to Dennett again.
Game
And he
shot on the
doesn't
fourth
need a
leg.
second invitation.
Matt
2-2.
Fifth leg, Danny to throw first. Game on. $180.
That has to be where
134.
you'd suggest that Danny Ayres has really developed his game this year. Took an early lead. Matty Dennett fights back, pulls things back level again.
22.
I was going to say kicks up with the max and gets full control of the game back once again. However, that 22 has opened the
57.
door here for Matty Dennett to keep this run of legs going. Well, the temptation was there, wasn't it, to throw the dart, but
139.
does the right thing. Goes downstairs, sets things up nicely.
123. Danny, you require 160. $60.
Well, we've talked about the frustration that he must
41.
be feeling, just
Danny, you
starting
require
to show
100.
itself now on the externals here of Matty Dennett.
60. Matt, you require 146. $73. Danny, you require 40. Game shot on the fifth leg. Danny
Good response there for Danny Ayres. Led this game by 2-0. Matty Dennett levels things
leg,
up.
Matt
Danny
to
Ayres,
throw
16
first.
darter
Game on.
there. Just to stop the flow of Matty Dennett, who was just starting to build up a bit of a charge.
81.
Well, it's been a match exclusively played in 6-minute range. 16, 16, 17, 17, 16.
$58. $140. $133.
140 here, leaves Ayres on a finish after 9.
60. $59.
Well, Dennett's left himself on the big fish to take us all the way. What responses Ayres got?
100.
Just a
Matt, you
ton.
require 170.
Well, he hasn't had too much go his way, but that would have at least been a moment for the highlight reel this week for
100.
Matty Dennett if he could have reeled in
Matt,
the
you
big
require
fish.
141.
Ayres unable to oblige with the 141. So Dennett returning here, looking at
65. Matt,
70
you
to
require 70.
take us the distance in this contest. Double 16.
Game shot on the sixth
And all
leg.
the way we
Matt
go.
Dennett.
3-3.
7th and final leg. Danny to throw first.
It's been a solid,
Game
if
on.
not spectacular, contest, this one. It's not been poor by the furthest stretch of the imagination, but it's not had the heights of what we've seen for the most part of this evening.
100.
It feels like the starter, doesn't it? The starter before the main course, which is the next game, Gdansk against Beaton, because that's the one that's going to decide the final
95.
qualifying place. Then we've got Jensen Walker, Danny Ayres to complete our 3-course meal with a bit of dessert.
180.
Do we get some coffees after?
96.
Got to have coffee and a Lotus biscuit after you've had dessert. We're both very different individuals, aren't we?
Yes.
82.
Very different.
140. And he's Denon on the fish again.
100.
Unable to get
Danny
to Ayres.
require
A 6 on this.
139.
139 to get over the line. 66 left.
87.
We'll come back and have a look at 52.
130.
To wrap up a last leg
Danny
deciding
require
victory.
52.
He was safe in the knowledge that he was through to tomorrow night's final before this game got started. He's looking to just keep ticking the points total on. Keep winning games to keep things ticking along nicely, and ticking along nicely they are for Danny Ayres. Not a vintage performance, but a win is a win. He beats Matt Dennett 4-3, who picked up just a solitary win in this Group B. However, the performances at times were superb. He just found himself on the wrong side of a few. But it's Danny Ayres who wins that game by 4 legs to 3. Our next game is a straight shootout to see who is going to make it through as Radek Sagansky takes on James Beaton. Here we go then. This is a straight shootout between Radek Sagansky and James Beaton. Simply put, the winner qualifies for tomorrow night's final. Knockout Darts has begun early here on this Saturday at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Radek Sagansky was Matthew Edgar's pick in Group B before a dart was thrown. And if he can get over the line here, he will give himself an opportunity to win back-to-back weekly titles. As for James Beaton, the night started so well for him. Won his opener against Matt Dennett, lost the 2 subsequently, which is why he finds himself in this position where it is win and stay on to play another day. Doesn't get more simple than this. To a certain extent, I think the players will prefer this.
Game on.
Yeah, for sure. It's all just about the straight win, isn't it? The worst case scenarios coming into these sort of games, going, well, I need 2 legs.
140.
Mini task within the task. Not good. Get up there and do what you're used to doing, and that's trying to get those wins. And the evidence of what we've seen so far throughout this group, it's very, very hard to split the pair, isn't it? There's been some really amazing moments from both.
100.
Maybe just not had the consistency at that top table, which is why they found themselves in this position.
Now, Matthew Edgar, you are paid for your expertise. What does your
100
expertise cast in terms of this particular contest?
Well, the advantage of throw could be huge, of which Radek Sagansky has in this game. And on the balance of play tonight, you just slightly favour Radek as well. I would go 60-40 split on Sagansky at the moment going into this one. What are you paid for, Henry?
60.
Turning up. And I'm very good at turning up.
$96. Radek, you require 101.
101 here for Sagansky to strike the first blow in this knockout match. Double 16. All faithfuls there.
Radek Sagansky.
And it is Radek Sagansky who strikes the first blow in this straight shootout game.
James to throw first. Game on.
It's a new one on me, that. Treble 18,
41.
but he's done it a couple of times now, hasn't he, Sagansky?
He's been doing it all week. Did it in Group A. It's just anything possible to leave that double 16.
100.
I mean, there are other ways of doing it, but that's obviously his route of choice. There's a lot of players, isn't there, at the moment, really thinking about the different routes and how to provide a bit more safety within the shots. You may have seen Alex Spellman's been doing some amazing videos, hasn't he, recently, where he's been doing things that are very similar, looking at the numbers and the breakdowns and what if you miss left, what if you miss right, what are the hazards, what are the benefits. And does highlight a few
99.
interesting choices where we're used to seeing where actually it might not be the best route.
Can I ask you an honest question in terms of that stuff?
95.
What's the fine line between looking at those things and over-analysing them things?
When it doesn't no longer make sense.
180.
It wasn't that long ago people frowned upon a double-double. Now it's the norm. There will be evolutions and changes in regards to the counting and the methods of which we use. That is inevitable.
James, you require 81.
But this will probably be a little bit more conventional here from James Beaton to level things up. Look at the 12 column here. Single for ball. Treble would be better. Treble is there. It is better. It's double 13.
55.
A graze of the wire.
Radek, you require 68.
But that may well be the fine margins because Sagansky finds a double 4. He's 2-0 up. 2 combination finishes. sees him halfway towards the finishing line.
Third leg Radek to throw first. Game on.
He's hung out around that sort of average for a bit this evening, hasn't he, Sagansky? Showing his
100.
quality.
This is what great players do. Good players can put in these performances. Great players do it when they need to do it under this kind of pressure.
134.
There was a genuine fear that Sagansky wasn't going to make it through tonight. But he is putting 4 top
42.
performances to put himself in the position he finds himself in now. Wins this, he would have won 3 from 4 for the night on Friday. As for James Beaton, it would be the other side of the coin.
100.
First day he won 2 out of 4 tonight. Just the one success if he is to be beaten by Radek.
100.
This really has been a bruiser of a Group B.
100.
Whoever doesn't make it out of these two can feel hard done by.
95. James, you require
Sagansky
167.
just about leads himself on a finish. We've already seen the 167 tonight, hit against Radek Sagansky by Danny Ayres. Is history going to repeat itself here? History does repeat
James
itself.
on the third leg.
James Beaton with a timely 167 to get himself back into this contest.
Fourth leg, James
To return the game to throw and to give himself a fleeting chance.
Well, that was a bit good, wasn't it? The right thing at the right time is what we say on a regular basis. Insert James Beaton here with a bit of exactly that.
Oh, Radek Sagansky will not like the numbers 167 next to one another after this week.
$41.
And has that just rattled the cage of a seemingly unshakable pole? If you're James Beaton, this is where you've really got to strike while the iron's hot
58.
now. Because how many times do we see it?
77.
Somebody do something like that, and then they'll kick off with a 45, and then a 60, and then all of a sudden, all the good work's been cancelled out.
60.
How about a 58 and a 60? Not too much difference.
100. $59.
Well, 4 visits to the dartboard here for James Beaton in this leg. Just the one treble.
140.
Well, Radek Sagansky has very quietly arrested what could have been a
58.
rather sticky
Radek, you require
situation.
143.
So overturn the throw here to try and re-establish the 2-leg gap. He's not going to take out the 143. He is hoping
93.
that Beaton isn't going to back up
James,
a
you require
167 with a 170. If he does, he's finding Hail Marys from everywhere. He cannot do it twice.
96. Radek, you require 50.
To go 2 clear and to
James
move
on
1
the fourth
away.
leg. Radek Sagansky.
The double he loves the most is coming up trumps the most when he
Fifth
needs
leg,
it the
Radek
most.
to throw first.
3 from
Game
3
on.
on the double. Sagansky throws for a place through.
It'll feel for James
140.
Beaton like this is all slipping away. Did the really hard work, didn't he, to get that breaker throw, get a chance to bring this game back level. Then just found the one treble.
100.
In the real scoring phase of that last leg, he'll feel like he gave that away. it will feel like he lost it rather than he got beaten.
140.
And look at Sagansky on throw here. 140, 140. In a leg that if he wins, seals his place through.
140.
Keeping pace though. He's there to pounce should the mistake come. But it looks like the time for mistakes is over.
Probably has to fill it up here, James Beaton.
Might do. Might do.
180.
Will do. But it may still be rendered academic because Sagansky here for 4-1 win to send himself through.
69.
Beaton looking at the same equation to save his skin.
Well, this would be a class finish from James Beaton.
81.
To keep his hopes alive of qualification for Saturday night. This has to go, James. Takes a moment. Makes sure that he's settled. Make sure that he feels right.
Double 18 is his favourite double. Is it a friend or foe?
63.
It's a foe this time. And Sagansky's got 3 in hand
12.
to send himself into Saturday night.
Game shot.
Double 6 is there and Sagansky is there. He is the final player through. He wins the straight shootout against James Beaton to book his ticket into the showpiece on Saturday evening. He was a weekly winner in the previous series and he's in the equation to do so again. What a quality contest, by the way, that was for a shootout. Credit to James Beaton, played well. The 167 was a highlight, but Radek Sagansky, when it mattered, under pressure, found a sublime performance. Last game of the group is Jensen Walker against Danny Ayres. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break we saw Radek Sagansky book his place through to tomorrow night's final by getting the better of James Beaton by 4 legs to 1. So our final game of the group, a meeting between Jensen Walker and Danny Ayres. Both players through. Jensen, because he's 12 legs better off in terms of the legs difference, has won the group. So this really is just a little bit of a pre-season friendly, really, if you will. Just keeping the arm warm going into tomorrow night's finale.
First leg, Jensen to throw first. Get him on.
What a final it's going to be as well tomorrow. Every single one of the ingredients to be an all-time Super Series classic. Expect a bit of a bumper crowd here tomorrow evening to cheer on the action.
85.
For their confirmation, as you can see on your screen there, Jensen Walker, Danny Ayres and Radek Sagansky all booking their places into tomorrow
58.
night's final. So James Beaton narrowly missing out, as to Matt Dennant. Should be quite an enthralling Saturday evening
60.
here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. We have an academy here actually tomorrow night. We'll be watching the action, and we were in the comms box, weren't we, when there was an academy down here to watch Danny Van Tripe hit that 9-darter against Dean Finn in the final. Best Saturday night final performance we've ever seen. 120.24 DVT averaged in that particular game.
Well, if there is a night to come to the Live Lounge for the first time, tomorrow night will be it. They are in for a bit of a treat. What a lineup they're going to get to see.
98. Danny, you require 144. $84. Jensen, you require 97.
So 219 for Tops for Jensen to get this game up and running. Triple AT leads double 12. Double 12 is there. Jensen Walker strikes the first blow in this game.
Second leg, Danny to throw first. Get him on.
It's the interceptor who takes the impetus.
58. $100. $60.
Derek Coulson, you reckon, go a favourite tomorrow?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? And I think he probably goes to a strong favourite because I think the bookies will back him into that kind of position. But I think it's one of those nights
59.
where probably the each-way market's probably the one you're going to want to bet on, the one you maybe want to look at. Because, look, based on records here, Derek Coulson is the best performer over the last 18 months. He's just not won a Champions Week. But you look at players like Danny Ayres, for example, doing well on the Challenge Tour, Harry Ward's made a Pro Tour semi-final, and even somebody like Jensen Walker, who people might say I'm very harsh for saying this, but I kind of said earlier on this week could be a little bit streaky,
78.
where there's times he can go missing, but when he gets it right, he gets it so right. And ultimately, on a Saturday evening, all you have to do is get it right a couple of times, and particularly 58. In the final. I'll give you another example of that in the next leg as Walker looks at 102. 6 them here.
We may not have to wait long for that next leg. Tops here for Jensen Walker for a 2-0 lead. He's skied that one a little bit, to say the least.
In golf, they'd call that a 4.
130. Jensen, you require 40.
So double top.
Game shown
for
the
the break
second leg.
for 2-0 for full control for Jensen Walker. Well, I remember there being a week. It was
Third leg,
Series
Jensen
3,
throw first.
week 4, I want to say it was. back
Game
in
on.
2023. And Andy Bolton was the dominant force throughout the course of the week. Won Group A, won at Canter, and then on Saturday was
140.
dominating his matches. And then up stepped Scott Taylor, who threw in 107 average in the final. Showed no signs whatsoever of it at any point in the week.
140.
But found his best game in the most important game. And when it's best of 7, as it is tomorrow night, for as good as DC
58.
is, it only takes somebody to turn it on at the right moment. And he could find himself eliminated, particularly towards the latter stages of the evening.
Well, let's
100.
look back a couple of years again. Wesley Plazia reaching Pro Tour finals, the World Master.
57.
It looked inevitable that he was going to go on and win the title. He didn't. We go back a bit further. Luke Littler didn't know anything but winning weeks
57.
and championships here. He never lost. Lost to Sebastian Bielitsky. The favourite does go down. It's not a guarantee,
60.
especially in the lineup of which we have. Coulson's got his hands full tomorrow.
Yeah, that infamous week was won by Adam Paxton, wasn't it, in the end? Being Mike Warburton
100.
in the final. Victor Tingsham was also involved in that week. Even that was some week, probably one of the best weeks we've had. Particularly me and you
56.
commentating together.
Danny require 104.
Says looks at 104 to reduce the gap back down to 2-1. Treble 15. Not got, so Walker just the one dart and a treble needed with the first
52.
two to give himself a poke at the bullseye here.
Jensen require 130. $90. Danny require 52.
Well, not only for a leg on the board here, a potential breaker throw.
Game shot on the third leg. Danny Ayres. Fourth leg, Danny to throw first. Game on.
Back to 2-1. Back in the contest. And this is how quickly these best of 7 matches
98.
can change. 2-0 behind, looked all at sea, Danny Ayres. But a break back. And all of a sudden, he can find himself back on level
100.
terms once more. That the checkout success in this game. Just the odd dart missed at a double each.
96. $123. $140.
Brilliant last dart. Needed 2 trebles to leave himself on a finish. Danny Ayres duly obliges.
60. Danny require 167.
So 167 and 6 from here to draw us back level at 2 apiece.
97. $98. Danny requires 70.
Was 2-0 down. But he's missed a dart to find himself
Jensen
level at 2
require
apiece.
120.
Now this could be awkward. This really could catch. I'll tell you what, that would have been one of the best 120s
Danny
we've seen in a
require
long time
40.
on that stage. Just because dart 1 was so perilous.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
But that
Danny
double top
Ayres.
is in. And that is a level game from 2-0 behind. Danny Ayres
Fifth leg,
squares
Jensen
up
to throw first.
at 2-2.
Game on.
We don't just want to roll over and accept defeat, do you, in a game where you're playing someone that you're going to play tomorrow.
85.
Last thing you want to do is go up against someone and give them that little bit of belief that they know they beat you 4-0 the night before.
132. $60. $59. 180.
However, there is always a Walker response.
140.
140 leads Danny Ayres on the big fish.
85. Danny require 170.
Big fish it is. To lead 3-2. No fishy in the darty dishy.
98. Jensen, you require 91.
So 91 here for Jensen to lead this match 3-2. Double 20 would have left him double 14.
39. Danny requires 72.
2 12s. To turn a 2-leg deficit into a 3-2 lead. The opportunity
Jensen, you require 52.
for Danny Ayres comes to pass.
28.
Now both players are missing doubles at a key juncture in
Danny,
this
you require
contest.
12.
Who can hold it together?
Game
It's
shot on the
Danny
fifth
Ayres.
leg.
He's
Danny
2-0
Ayres.
down. He now leads 3-2.
And throwing beer
Sixth
for the
leg,
match.
Danny to throw first. Game on. $81. $61.
These are the sort of games where it's very easy to
60.
pick positives out of. Even in defeat, Jensen Walker could come away and go, well, I didn't have the same level of intensity.
28.
I'd already won the group. Danny Ayres will come away going, right, I beat him. So although he's won the group, I've got the win
180.
over him at the end of the night. Give me something positive going into tomorrow. There's
60.
so many narratives and stories you can pull from a game like this. But Jensen Walker, the little mini reactions tell you that he thinks this one could be under.
140.
Well, from this point, it should be. Tops left after 12, and even a maxi won't leave Jensen Walker on a finish.
180.
Well,
Danny require
His
40.
last 3 darts of the night could well be a 180. Double 10.
20.
Gonna have to throw some more darts here, the interceptor.
$100.
So this
Danny
to
require
wrap
20.
up a 4-2 win. Had trailed 2-0 in this game, Danny Ayres. Up for double 5. Well, Jensen Walker was a
No score.
bystander in this leg.
Jensen,
But
you
all
require
of a sudden, he's got an
72.
opportunity to win it and take us all the way to a last leg shootout. Double 12
60.
moves inside.
Danny require 20.
To wrap it up, he is toying around the finishing line here, Danny Ayres.
15.
And he is still not crossed it.
Well, you didn't see this coming, did you?
Jensen, you require 12.
This would be daylight robbery if he wins this leg, but he's
No
not because he's
score.
bust the score.
Danny, you require 5.
Well, how has Danny Ayres been given this reprieve? It's almost as if nobody wants to win this last leg.
$3.
We might well head to the last leg
Jensen, you
if Walker
require
finds
12.
this double 6.
Game show on the 6th flag.
We will
Jensen
go
Walker.
the distance, much to Danny Ayres' rather frustrated bemusement.
7 from fire leg. Jensen to throw first. Game on.
Well, I was saying in the previous leg that it's very easy to pick
100.
positives out of this game, regardless of how it ends. I take that back.
Yeah, that commentator's curse struck rather
50.
nicely there, didn't it?
$93. $140. $78. $140.
140 for Ez. Still doesn't leave him on a finish, so Walker 6 from this 230 to wrap this game up. And but it was been a really good night of darts, has to be said, to a close. Everybody in this Group B came out the blocks flying.
56.
For the end,
Chelsea
it was
required
Sagansky winning the shootout against Beaton, Ez and Walker, who have made their way through.
82.
Jensen hasn't quite wrapped it
Danny
up.
require 115.
Danny Ayres gets his opportunity to win this game. More opportunities to win this game. Fluffed his lines a few times in the previous leg. But it's now
59.
Jensen Walker's
Jensen,
match to
require.
lose. Double 4.
Game shot.
Well,
And a match,
twos never
Jensen
lose,
Walker.
and that double 2 gives Jensen Walker the 4-3 win against Danny Ayres. He dropped just one match in that group, and that was the opening game of the group against Danny Ayres yesterday. He completed 14 points out of 16 by winning 7 consecutive matches there. Jensen Walker, he beats Danny Ayres by 4 legs to 3. He tops the table and tops it by 4 points. Now, we said early on, didn't we, that Radek Sagansky got the better of James Beaton in that tiebreaker match. Well, we will hear from Radek Sagansky. He's going to be in the Pluto TV studio alongside myself and Matthew Edgar, and that's coming up on the other side of these commercial messages.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break, Jensen Walker got the better of Danny Ayres by 4 legs to 3. Both of those players are through. The third player to make it into tomorrow night's final was Radek Zagansky, having got the better of James Beaton in a shootout game by 4 legs to 1. So there's confirmation as to what we saw in Group B. Jensen Walker winning it by 4 points in the end. Danny Ayres in second place, and Radek Zagansky sealing that final spot through by coming through that final game shootout against James Beaton. He's joined myself and Matthew Edgar here in the studio to talk all about it. Radek, thank you for coming up, and many congratulations on making it through to the final tomorrow. Just give us your thoughts and emotions at this present moment in time.
Well, what can I say? Happy about the game, what I played today, and happy to get through to the Saturday.
Although you had to do it the hard way, didn't you, in that last game, that shootout against James Beaton?
Well, yeah, we both was under pressure. The only advance what I have that I start the game. So this is the only what I feel it might be my advance to play against him, because he's really good player, so yeah.
It felt like when we saw Radek first thing this evening, it felt business-like, didn't it, right from the get-go?
Well, it's had to be, really, hasn't it? When you look at the way the night's fall and you look at the standard of which the players are, we knew when we saw this on paper what this group stood for, what the quality was of all the 5 players, and no one was going to get an easy passage here. It was always going to come down to the wire. It was always going to come down to a game like we saw with James Beaton. And you asked me the question before we started that game, how do I see that game going and what might that advantage be? Well, Radek kind of picked up on the exact same point I did. It could have literally just come down to who had the throw and the timing of where that fell.
And for yourself, did it actually make it easier in those situations, the fact that it's a straight shootout game, so you're just focusing on winning the match as opposed to other games where you're looking at maybe having to win by legs and things like that? Correct.
This is the best opportunity. If you know that you have to win, so it's much better, because if you need to focus that you have to win 4-2 or 4-1, so it's much hard. So better if you can just win the game.
However, you must have been really pleased with the way overall you played tonight, because you started really well, and it felt like there was some really good, consistent performances all evening long.
Yeah, I just came very late today, and I said I just only want to do 45 minutes warm up, because yesterday I came early, and I feel like I practiced too much, and then when the first game comes in, so I feel like I'm tired. So today I said I'm coming for the very last minute, practice very small time, and it worked.
And it's interesting because sometimes, and we've spoken to other players about this, actually, there's some players that have to be on the ball for hours and hours and hours before a game begins. But there's some players who are actually less is a bit more.
Yeah, we used to call it the 9 o'clock club back on the Pro Tour. When we used to start at 12 o'clock, you'd 9 o'clock, you'd have Paul Nicholson rock in, you'd have Mervyn King rock in, Justin Pipe, and then you get your Ryan Searles, who sort of arrive as their closing registration, and he'd just make it with a minute to spare. And we see it all here, don't we? You know, we get here sort of 7 o'clock in the evening. Sometimes there's people on the stage already getting a couple of throws in, and there's others you're trying to ring to make sure they're definitely still coming. So it definitely is a personal preference thing. Some people feel the need that they have to throw at everything and go through the whole routines. Others like to go to the board feeling a little bit fresh and feeling a little bit hungry still for it. Radek clearly benefits from the latter.
Although you must hate the checkout 167 after tonight. Twice it was hit against you.
It's not hated, it's just really good shot, like, you know, so what you can do about that? If you hit, he hit, like, everyone have a chance to do it, like, so you just need to start the next leg well.
And I want to talk about mentality. Sorry, Radek, but we're going to show you the one that James Beaton hit against you in the shootout game. And how important was it after that to try and keep your head level? Because it could have been so easy in that situation. James winning that leg, bringing it back on throw. It could have been so easy for things to have gone wrong in that game. How did you try and react to that to try and get yourself in the best frame of mind?
I was thinking, even when he hit that 167, so it still was, he still need one more break me, like, so even if you get another leg, so I still have a throw in the leg number 5. So you just keep going. I don't think about this in the game. After the game, I just forget about the game. How quick is possible, I try.
And you know what? We say it all the time. Look, in our job, we get found guilty of overanalyzing everything, scrutinizing everything. I suppose that's what we get paid to do. But when you're on that stage, sometimes the best players are the ones that, you know what, they're just able to channel things out and block it off straight away.
Yeah, the player plays and we tell the story, don't we? We tell the narrative. We're sort of painting the picture for the viewer of what they're experiencing. And sometimes it doesn't make sense the same way the player thinks about it. We will tell the story or we will think about things different to how the player does. A classic example is when someone hits a big shot and you go, oh, well, they've just pressurised this double 16. Actually, in reality, nothing's changed. Before that 140 or 180 went in, I had 3 darts at double 16. It's gone in, and I've still got 3 darts at double 16. It's just if I miss it there on the shot. And the player views it that way round, and Radek there just touching on that exact case. Yes, he's done that, but he's got to break me again. So it was a big shot, but he's going to need to do something like it again or find a maximum. He's got to repeat it. Is it likely that it happens twice? No. Shots like a 167, a 170, they're a small percentage of the time of which they happen. It's just unfortunate it's happened twice to Radek tonight, isn't it? But it didn't affect the result.
We'll have another little chat with you, Radek, in just a second. Just want to get your assessment on the other things we've seen tonight. We'll begin with Danny Ayres, the other player to make it through alongside Radek and Jensen Walker. And in terms of I suppose he didn't really actually have to do too much to send himself through.
Do you know what? I go back to, there was a podcast many years ago, and Wayne Mardle was on it talking about Ryan Searle, when Ryan Searle was on the ascendancy and coming up. And he said that every time he saw Ryan Searle, he was impressed. But there was just something that kept saying to it, I want to see it again, I want to see it again, I want to see it again. And I kind of feel that way right now with Danny Ayres, where every time I see him, he's impressive. And you go, right, is he going to do that again? And then you look at tonight coming into it, you go, okay, is he going to do what he did last night? It's almost getting to the point now where we need to stop asking the questions and start seeing just exactly how far he can go. Because he was quality again tonight.
In terms of Jensen Walker, job just very well done, wasn't it?
Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Every part of Jensen Walker's game tonight was on point once again. He didn't have the Group A campaign exactly that he wanted, but this Group B has been exceptional, and he's really put himself to the forefront of the challengers to pick up this weekly title.
So let's have a look at the tournament bracket. We now know the 6 players that are going to be through. And my word, good luck trying to decipher this 6. Derek Coulson, the winner of Group A. Jensen Walker, Danny Ayres, Radek Zakansky through Group B. Harry Ward and Oliver Mitchell through Group C. And these are the groups for tomorrow night's final. And Radek, this is the first time you're going to get a look at it. You're in a group with Jensen Walker again. You just can't be separated from him. And Oliver Mitchell, what's your first thoughts on that group?
Well, we'll see tomorrow. You know, every day is different. So I hope I'm gonna keep my game what I play today, but it might be not enough. But you never know.
I can imagine that the players in Group 1 might be having a few choice words to describe the group they're in.
There are a few words to describe that, and it's class. And Champions Week, that is a Champions Week lineup going into this. It's just how the scheduling's worked. You know, it's not worked in the favour of those players. One of them is going to go out in the group stage. That is going to be a battle. It's going to be close. Dare I say 9-dart shootout?
Quite possibly. Just quickly, Radek, obviously you won in the previous series. How much would you like to win a second one and back up the first success?
Feel exactly the same. You know, when you come in here, you just target is Saturday, so that's what I do, and I'm really happy, yeah.
Right, we shall see you tomorrow night. Thank you for popping up. Really do appreciate it. Many congratulations. See you tomorrow. Shall see you tomorrow as well. Looking forward to it very much so. Plenty coming up across Pluto TV. Coming up next, it is the Rising Stars Challenge. The next gen of players throwing with a very, very old dart. We'll find out a little bit more about that a little bit later on. And then we've got the Vincent van der Voort Tungsten Talk. Why do I get the sense that's not going to pull any punches? That's going to be coming up tomorrow for around about 10 past 8. If it's anything like his punditry debut here, that could be quite interesting. Finals night tomorrow from 7:30 p.m. here on Pluto TV, where Radek Zakansky is hoping to get his hands on that thing again. that winner's trophy like he did in the previous series. And then, yes, Spivey Man is back. Of course he's back. It wouldn't be a series without him. He's going to be in action in Group B on the Thursday night, but he gets his campaign, or the week gets underway, shall I say, on Monday morning for 9:30 a.m. here on Pluto TV. So that is it from us. We'll see you tomorrow from 7:30 p.m. to see who is going to be the 7th name into the Champions League Wall of Honour. From all of us here, bye for now.
The new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word! It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match start.
5-star performance.
Call for big fish.
It's double.